Four Pillars of Heroic Leadership by Chris Lowney. One of the four pillars of heroic leadership is love. Face the world with a confident, healthy sense of themselves as endowed with talent, dignity, and the potential to lead. It was highlighted that a leader is not just anybody who wants to be. One should have a confidence in leading others in facing the world. They find exactly the same attributes in others and passionately commit to honoring and unlocking the potential they find in themselves and in others. A true leader helps each other and lifts his fellow leaders to become the best version of themselves. Once they found the potential they have, the passion in improving themselves in the service of others become their goal. Leaders always want to become better for themselves and for others. They create environments bound and energized by loyalty, affection, and mutual support. They support each other genuinely rather than competing of who's the best among them, because a true leader is not selfish. They are a great giver and helper. Love was viewed by two men, Niccolo Machiavelli and Ignatius of Loyola. Machiavelli counseled leaders that to be feared is safer than to be loved. He is stating here that if you are loved, you cannot be feared, and if you are feared, you cannot really be loved. He states that fear is only better when you are not permitted to also have love, and when one of the two must be lacking, fear is the better option. This can suggest that being feared causes less problem and is easier than being loved, which can be complicated and confusing at times. One example I can give is when a leader in a group is not closely related to its member, there will be less problem in leading because professionalism is observed to members and a mutual respect is there. Well, if you're closely related like family members or close friend, they can possibly lose professionalism and can hinder the task and responsibility of each other. On the other hand, Ignatius Loyola was his polar opposite, counseling Jesuit managers to govern using all love and modesty and charity possible, so that teams could thrive in environments of greater love than fear. He uses the love, affection, care for others, and modesty in creating an environment where people can love rather than experience fear. The starkly contrasting Jesuit approach stemmed from their starkly contrasting worldview. Machiavelli beheld the world people with fearful and ungrateful deceivers. I may say that Machiavelli is more practical and realistic in viewing our world and the society. He sees people with their unattractive characteristic and wrongful doings, while Jesuit viewed the world through a very different lens. They saw each person as uniquely endowed with talent and dignity. You can really differentiate the two because Jesuits saw the potential and even the tiniest talent one possessed. Love-driven Jesuit worked with passion and courage. The Jesuit behavior flowed from their vision, which is to help others and seek God in all things. They are passionate in all the things they do, and they apply love whatever they do.
Jesuits remained committed to this vision because it worked. They were energized by working with and for colleagues who valued, trusted, and supported them. Leaders face the world with a confident, healthy sense of themselves, as endowed with talent, dignity, and the potential to lead. They find exactly the same attributes in order and passionately commit to honoring and unlocking the potential they find in themselves and in others. They create environments bound and energized by loyalty, affection, and mutual support. So, St. Francis Xavier, the company's pioneer in Asia, Francis Xavier eloquently exemplified the depth and far reaching power of these ties. His journey in Asia, traveling thousands of miles, and some years removed him from his co founder. He drew energy from these mere scraps of paper he carried bearing of each and one's signature. The signatures of his colleagues is where he gets strength to inspire him in his mission, that wherever he is, this reminds him the love and affection towards his colleagues. Leading with love means knowing and caring about what inspires and empowers people. It's about caring enough to know what is important to them and helping them succeed. Leading with love is the key to leadership success. To lead effectively, you must love the people you are leading. For me, I acknowledge that emotional distance can feel safer, more professional, and that a balance need to be struck. All heart without result is weak. All results with heart is ugly. Being all the results is leading, all with the head. Hard conversations can feel easier without emotional layers or investments. Word like love can be misconstructed in this era and manufactured fear about false accusation. Showing love through leadership will not have you open to harassment claims or messy entanglements. Arm's length leadership is neither inspiring or nor compelling leadership. Leaders must love to truly gain the commitment and trust of others.
The Society of Jesus and their vision helped them in creating teams and recruits from around the world, no matter who they are, whether they are from the poorest of the poor, richest family with nobility, or in the middle class families. In this way, it is like the starting point of fully trusting and loving someone despite their appearance, where they come from, and also what their past is like. Trusting someone is never really easy, especially if it's a stranger where you don't know the whole person. But with the Jesuits and one of the four pillars of heroic leadership, love, it is important than fear, because with love, one can respect, value, and trust one another. The Jesuits also believe that a team can perform best, and it's unified when they are respected, valued, and trusted by someone they know that they genuinely care for them and also their well-being. Just like supporting your very own team goals and your colleagues' success, like from organizations, armies, sports teams, and companies. Up until today, love is one of the important attributes to become effective leaders. Now, I totally agree with St. Ignatius of Loyola on how he unites his team with love. Now, according to John Lennon, he said that there are two basic motivating forces, fear and love. When we are afraid, we pull back from life. When we are in love, we open to all that life has to offer with passion, excitement, and acceptance. In addition, fear drives the ego, wherein there is worry, pride, and self-recrimination, wherein love drives life and all that matters in life. Thus, there is confidence, courage, and hope in love. Love is central to leadership as an emotion and as a behavior, but of course not the type of love that you feel towards others that is uncomfortable and creepy. Whether being a member or a leader, I don't mean to work with love to the point that it is unprofessional. What I mean is that there must be a balance between the two. If you work with the heart, the results may be weak. But if you work only without heart, the results may become ugly. True leadership will not leave you open to harassment claims or messy entanglements. Thus, leaders must love to truly gain the commitment and trust of others. That is according to humanpsychology.com. Now here are the four types of love leaders that should have, according from Brandon Smith. First is love the mission and purpose of the organization. They feel an emotional connection to the why of the organization and are comfortable sharing the passion with others. Second, love the clients they serve. They care about their customers enough to be curious about their customers' needs and how the organization may be able to make their lives better. Third, love their employees. They feel a deep commitment and care for the people they lead. And lastly, love their jobs. They consider themselves blessed to have a privilege to touch so many lives and lead others to something better. Their roles brings them joy and personal sense of purpose. In the end, it turns out that leading with your heart, especially love, not fear, balanced by logic and reason, is a long-term strategy that produces trust, commitment, and engagement. Thanks to St. Ignatius of Loyola for introducing to us this bundle of winning attitudes, namely love, that help energize and unify this Jesuit team, and that it can help us and the future leaders in leading the future. Thank you.